Hi, welcome to your gentle flow for the day. We're going to get started standing at the top of your mat. So just taking a moment to ground down through the legs. Feel your hips tucking under, bringing that tailbone down toward the floor. Go ahead, feel those legs strengthening, drawing the knees up, planting the feet down into the mat. Rising up through the stomach, bringing in those abs, opening up the chest, and opening the shoulders, pressing them down away from the ears. Open those palms out toward the front in your mountain pose. Continue rising through the spine, feeling your neck stretching long, crown of the head coming up toward the ceiling. Breathing there. We'll take a couple breaths in and out, keeping the feet grounded, but just giving a little bend into the knees with each inhale, and exhaling, straighten the legs, bring the arms up overhead. So inhale, bend those knees just a little. Exhale, draw the arms up. Stretch it long. Inhale, bring them down, bend the knees. Exhale it up. Stretch it high. Inhaling, bend the knees. Exhale, stretch it high. Clasping the hands at the top here. Really elongating through the spine. And we'll take a little dip over to the right. Breathing, stretch those arms long and straight. Inhale into the center. Exhale off to the other side. Bringing those arms long and straight. Inhale at center. Exhale, fold it down halfway, bringing the hands onto the calves. Your spine is nice and long. Neck in line with the rest of the back. Breathing here, 3 breaths in and out. Feel those thighs releasing. And exhaling, bend it down toward the toes in your forward fold. Breathing, we'll take a hold of either elbow here. And bending the knees, just sway side to side in your ragdoll. Crown of the head dropping down toward the mat. Upper body is just loose. Releasing and opening up for your practice today. Coming to stillness, let your arms fall toward the mat. And inhaling, roll it all the way up. Exhaling the arms high. Inhale, stretch it high. And exhale, sit it back into your chair pose. Breathing, stretching through the arms here. Sitting those hips nice and strong back behind you. One more breath. Inhale, release up. And exhale, fold it down, forward fold. Taking a breath here. Release that upper body, letting the chest draw toward the thighs. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, release out, forward fold. Inhaling, roll it all the way up. And exhale, the arms high again. Inhale, stretching long. Exhale, sit it back, chair. Let's go ahead, draw the hands into the heart center here. And we'll release the left foot back behind us. Coming into your warrior one. Breathing, hold that leg strong. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, bending back into it, warrior one. Drawing the hands down and back behind you. Let's clasp them and open the chest up. Release the leg, keeping the hands bound. And stretch the chest up toward the ceiling in a little back bend. Breathing there, pressing those shoulder blades together behind you. And release the hands. Inhale it up, warrior one. Exhaling, fold it down, hands on either side of the foot. And we'll step it back into your downward facing dog. Breathing there, lengthen through the spine. And let's walk the dog out. Bending one knee at a time, pressing the heels toward the mat. And go ahead, release both knees down to the mat, bringing the toes together behind you. Push it back into your child's pose. Letting the chest fall toward the mat, forehead down to the ground. Hips are pushing toward the heels, arms extending long, press through the hands. Inhale, go ahead, roll it up into your wide-legged hero's pose. Tucking those shoulders back and down behind you. Breathing, let those quads release. Inhaling, make your way back forward, tucking the toes, push it back, downward facing dog. Pressing fully into the pose now, pressing those heels toward the mat. Tailbone lifting to the sky, inhale. Exhale, press through the heels of the hands, dropping that crown of the head toward the mat. Looking to the top of the mat, inhale and step it forward. Inhaling to halfway lengthen your fold. Exhale, drop it down toward the toes. Inhale, rolling all the way up. We'll exhale the arms high. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, sit it back into your chair. Bringing the hands to the heart center. And we'll release back the right foot. Coming into your warrior one on the other side. Inhale, open it up. Back foot is planted 45 degrees behind you. Left knee is square in line with the ankle. Shoulders pressing away. Open it up. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, bend back into warrior one. Releasing those hands behind you. Clasp them and pull them down toward the hips. Inhaling, straighten the leg. And open into a gentle back bend. Chest toward the sky. Breathing here, feel your balance. Feel those shoulders pushing open. Legs are active, grounding down through those feet. And exhale, release it, bending the knee. Warrior one. Breathing there, inhale. Exhale, release it down, hands on either side of the foot. And we'll step it back, downward facing dog. Exhaling, release that spine, nice and long. Pressing the heels toward the mat. Breathing there, let's drop down to our knees on our all all fours in the tabletop. Tops of the feet flat on the mat. Wrists are grounding down under the shoulders, knees square under the hips. And we'll go ahead and release the left leg out long beside you. Feeling that hip open up. And we'll just give a little rock front to back. Warming up those wrists. Feel that hip open as you move. The neck is long, looking down toward the mat. And when you're ready, exhaling, draw those hips down toward the heel. Letting that left leg out long beside you. Breathing, just come down as far as feels good in the stretch. Don't come to any point of pain. Breathe. And inhale up. Exhaling the leg back into your tabletop. Inhale, stretch the right arm open. And exhale, thread it through for your thread the needle. Dropping the shoulder to the mat, ear down to the mat. Breathing there. If you'd like to release the left arm and leg out long, feel free. And if you wanted to take it a step further, coming into your balance, rise that left leg. And even the left arm up behind the back if that feels good. Really letting that right shoulder open and press. Releasing the balance if you're in it. Inhale, reach that right arm open, stretch the chest. Exhale, planting the hand back down, and we'll come onto the other side. Extending that right leg out long beside you, and giving a little rock forward and back. Gazing down toward the mat, leaving that neck long. Just feeling that hip really opening up, the wrists warming up. And on your next exhale, release the hips down toward the heel. Breathing and letting that hip open up. Again, just come down as far as feels good. Maybe you can come down a little bit further on this side or a little bit less. Just feeling where your stretch is today. 2 more breaths in and out. And inhaling, let's rise it back up onto the hands, drawing that knee back in line. And we'll open up the left arm for our thread the needle on the other side. Stretching the chest open, stack those shoulders. And exhale, thread the arm through. Dropping the left ear to the mat. Left shoulder pressing in your stretch. And release the left arm and leg out long if that feels good. Lifting the leg if it feels good. And bringing the arm across and behind. Challenging the balance there. Release the hand and leg if they're up. And we'll inhale, rise that left arm back open, open the chest. Exhale, close it up into your all fours. Coming into your downward facing dog, let's tuck those toes, press it back, hips high, shoulders opening, heels pressing toward the mat, down dog. Inhale that right leg up, into your three-legged dog, pressing open the hip. Exhale, draw the foot up in between the hands, grounding down that back foot, and rise it up, warrior one. Exhaling, we're just gonna fold forward over that thigh, sending those arms out long behind you. You can bring the chest to rest on the thigh, or if you want to drop it down beside the knee for a little bit deeper stretch. Feeling the balance press through the feet. Inhale, rise it all the way back to your warrior one. And exhale, straighten the leg. Opening up to the side for your warrior two. So your back foot is coming to a 90-degree angle on the mat. Hips are facing forward. And you're exhaling, bend that right knee. Square over the ankle. Tucking under your hips. In your warrior two, gaze is coming over the front hand. Drop those shoulders away from the ears, open the chest. Inhale, rise it up. And we're gonna exhale, just tilting the spine and let that chest open up a little bit in a gentle side bend. Breathing there. Exhale it forward, and we'll step it up into your mountain. Taking a breath there to ground down. And we'll go ahead, flow it out. Inhale the arms high. Exhale, fold it down, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lengthen. Draw the spine long. Exhale, release it down, forward fold. Inhale, roll it all the way up. Exhaling, lift the arms. And we'll fold, planting the hands down. Step it back, downward facing dog. Taking a couple deep breaths in and out here. And on your next inhale, rise that left leg up into the air, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw it forward, planting between the hands. Plant down that back foot 45 degrees and rise it up, warrior one. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, release the arms back, drawing the chest toward the thigh. Taking a couple more breaths here. If you want to bring the chest down a little bit further down beside the knee. Challenging the balance and opening that hip a little bit more. And inhaling, rise it all the way into warrior one. Exhale, straighten the leg. Dropping that right hand back. We'll exhale, give yourself a little side stretch back. Opening the chest toward the ceiling. In our reverse warrior variation here. Inhale it forward. Exhale, open up the hips toward the right. Right foot is coming to 90-degree angle on the mat. Exhale, bend into that front leg in your warrior two. Drawing the gaze over the front hand. Breathe, lengthen the spine, tucking the tailbone under. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, let's draw the hands down. Stepping it back, downward facing dog. Breathing there. And we'll inhale, look up to the top of the mat, and step it forward in your forward fold. Inhaling to halfway lengthen. exhaling to fold. Inhaling, rolling all the way up, nice and gentle. And exhaling the shoulders away, palms are open in your mountain pose. Take a couple breaths, grounding down here, rising through the spine. And we'll come into our balancing poses. So we'll start on our right side, ground down through that right foot. And you're just gonna lift the left foot up behind you and into the hand. Stretching the heel toward the glute. Breathing, focus on something still in front of you. Feeling that quad stretch and release. And exhaling, release the foot. Stretching out the feet. Give them a little pedal. If you'd like, you can come over to the wall, use it as a stabilizer while you get into the pose, and then release from there to work on the balance. Moving on to the left foot, planting the left foot down. Let's inhale that right foot into the hand, opening up. And breathe, pressing the hand into the foot and the foot into the hand. The chest is open, shoulders pressing away, and pointing the knee toward the ground and let it splay open. Beautiful job. Go ahead, release the foot, pedaling it out. Grounding down through the right again. We'll inhale, open up that left hip. And rise the foot up into your tree pose. Breathing there. Tuck those hips under. Rise through the spine like you're growing tall like a tree. And inhale, rise the branches. Stretching long. Exhale, lower it down. And release the foot. Beautiful, pedaling it out. And we'll take it over to the left. Grounding down through the left foot. Open up that right hip. Stretching long, get your focal point. And we'll inhale, draw the foot up into your tree. Breathing and balancing there. Rise up long. Exhale the branches high. Stretching up. Growing like a tree. Hands are active. Exhaling, lower the branches. And release the foot. Very nice. We'll come down to a seated position on the mat now. Planting the soles of the feet out in front of you. Go ahead, open up the chest. Roll those shoulders away. And we'll plant the hands down behind you. Fingertips facing the hips. And exhale, extend the right leg out long. Lifting it up. Feeling the heat build in the quad. Exhale, release it down. And release the arms. Bringing that right ankle over the left knee into a figure four. And we'll just take a hold of the foot here. I'm going to tuck it into the crook of my elbow and bring the other crook of the elbow over the knee. This is called rock the baby. So you're just going to rock side to side, letting that hip open up and release. This is great for low back and sciatic pain. You can also extend that leg out long if that feels better for you. Keeping the left foot active. Beautiful. Release the left leg out long if it's not there already. And lay that right ankle onto the thigh. So make sure it's not coming down on the knee. If this is a little too tight in the hips, you can release it below the knee so you have a little more space. Just taking it to your own variation. And we're just gonna, nice and gentle, bend it forward, inching those hands up toward the left foot, keeping that foot active. Feel that deep stretch in the hamstrings. The spine is long. And I'm just reaching toward the top of the mat, not pressing too hard. Let your left thigh release. Let the right hip release. Inhaling, roll it up. And we'll plant that foot back down, drawing them together. Inhale, give yourself a hug into the thighs. Exhale, release. Bringing the hands back behind us, fingertips facing toward the hips. Open the chest wide. And we'll exhale the left foot out long. Lifting it up. Use those low ab muscles, use those thigh muscles to press the leg up straight. And exhale, bend it back down. Release your hands. Drawing the left ankle up across the left knee into your figure four. Taking a hold of the knee and the foot. And draw it away from the knee, coming into your rock the baby. Again, you can extend that right leg out long, flexing the foot. Draw the spine long. One more breath. Exhale, release it down. Ankle over the thigh or over the shin. And you'll release into a fold here. Walking the hands up toward the right foot. Breathing, letting that right thigh release. Release the muscle. Let the hamstrings stretch. Keeping that spine long. Chest is reaching toward the left shin here. Breathing 2 more breaths in and out. Inhale. Exhale, roll it up. And release the leg out long, giving them a little shake there. And we're going to bring the hands back behind us, fingertips facing toward the hips. Draw those feet back in. And we're going to push through the hands and feet to lift up into your reverse tabletop. So the hips are pressing up toward the sky. Shoulders are pressing down and away. The neck is long, throat is open. Exhale, release it down. Very nice. Coming up. And we'll go for our half lotus pose today. So first thing you want to do, have that bottom left leg tucked into a comfortable position. If your hips are feeling a bit tight, just draw that foot a little more away. Give yourself a little more space to come into the stretch. The right leg, let's start with it up on the mat beside us. Letting that hip open up. So you can see my hip is open here. And all I'm going to do is let that knee fall open. And draw the foot up on top of the left thigh. So I'm closing the hip from there. I'm not pulling from the knee. Close the hip up, draw that foot on top. Coming into your half lotus there. Don't worry if your foot isn't tucked all the way up into the crease of your hip. If you need a little more space, draw it out. Just don't bring it onto the knee. Just bring it above, anywhere above the knee. Let that hip open. Coming in your half lotus. Open those arms. Be patient with your body. Let it release into the pose. Breathing there, just come into it as far as you can. Give it a try. And always coming out of the pose when it becomes too much or you've had enough. Very nice. Releasing that leg. Draw it out long. And give them both a little shake. And we'll take it to the other side. Tucking that right leg in. Foot is to the inside of the thigh. And I'll just bring this hip open beside me. Planting that foot toward the ground. And just letting the hip open up first. So your knee is already bent in the correct position. Don't let it twist from the knee. Keep it where it is. And just take that ankle and close that hip now. Directing the foot over toward the top of the right thigh. Once again, taking it to your own level. Bringing the foot wider if you need. Bringing this leg out wider if you need. And taking your half lotus on the left. Breathing there. Flex the feet, let them be active. Let the shoulders press away. This is a deep stretch in the hip. So just let the breath come and go, helping to relax the body down into the pose. Taking it at your own pace. 2 more breaths. Beautiful job. Go ahead, release the legs out long, giving them a shake. And I'm going to come into our full lotus pose now. So, if this is enough for you today, just doing the half lotus, you can work on each side again. Or if you want to just come into a cross-legged position, feeling your breath, letting those hips relax and open, feel free. So for our full lotus, I'll first just start in the half lotus like I was. And I'm going to slide that left foot out from underneath and draw it up and over the leg. So both hips are working pretty actively here. Both feet are active. I'm lifting up through the spine. And you can just rest your hands onto your knees. Try to relax the thigh muscles here so you're not pulling too hard. You're just letting it release. Focusing in on your body, focus on your breath. Releasing the pose when you've had enough.
We are mighty, we are blessed, we are.
And we'll release the feet down to the ground. Opening them out wide. Breathe, extend through the spine. Let those thighs release. Feeling the hips gently open. The feet are soft. Let the body release. And we'll go ahead, just come into a comfortable position here on your mat. If you'd like to lay down or stay seated, whatever feels best for you. As we take a final rest. over to the opposite shoulder, crossing them in front of you. Press those shoulders open forward and tuck the chin into the chest. Just rounding out that upper back, releasing the neck. And exhaling, release the hold. Resting the left hand on the ground and stretching the right arm up overhead. If you're lying down, just drawing that right arm up and over, giving a little tilt in your side. Switch it to the other side, tilting over toward the right. Left arm reaching up overhead. Feel your breath steady, stretching that back nice and long. Releasing there. And just release the body down. Seated or laying. Either way, just let your body feel heavy and peaceful. Let your mind focus only here on the mat in this moment. And bring to mind something today that made you feel happy or excited, that gave you a bit of joy or pride. Maybe taking the time to do this class or trying out a new pose. Maybe you cooked a good meal, went for a walk. Or maybe you just allowed yourself a few minutes of peaceful, quiet focus in your mind. Let yourself feel happy about that. Give yourself a little gratitude for doing some self-care today. And I hope you'll carry that joyful feeling through the rest of your day. When a thought comes to mind that's stressful or heavy, bring yourself back to that moment, to the quiet mind, to your happy memory. Think on what fills you up. What brings you joy in your life? And hold on to that. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.